In this video, I'm going to be doing some examples of finding volume of a pyramid and cone. As it turns out, we use the exact same formula to find the volume of either shape. And there are lots of different reasons that you can use to explain why. One of the ways in which you could do it is investigate this link, this YouTube video, and that's one way to do it. There are cutouts that we could use, variety of different ways to explain it, but essentially, if we just find the base area, or the area of the base shape of our pyramid, multiply it by the height of your pyramid, and divide by 3, you get the volume of a pyramid. If we look at some cutouts, we can actually create 3 pyramids of the exact same size. And when we put them together, we can see how they do create a prism. So we can visually see that a pyramid is actually just a third of a prism. And if base area times height is the volume of a prism, then the pyramid, which is a third of that, would just be a third of the prism volume. So let's work through an example. If we're given the dimensions of the prism or the pyramid base, and the base of a pyramid could be a rectangle, parallelogram, or triangle, or even a square. Lots of different base shapes for pyramids. Just find the area of that base shape. So this rectangle is our base. 10 times 4 will give us the area of the base. So 40 is our base area. We're going to multiply that by the height of the pyramid. So 40 times 12, and then we'll divide by 3. And sometimes you're allowed to simplify first or divide first in order to multiply with smaller numbers. So anytime you can reduce before you multiply, do that, and it'll help simplify your multiplication. So we could do 40 times 12 and then divide by 3, or we could do 12 divided by 3 first, and then do 40 times 4. Either way, we get the volume of the pyramid to be 160 cubic inches. In a similar way, a cone is actually just a third of a cylinder. So we do the exact same formula. If we find our base area and multiply by the height of the cone and divide by 3, we'll get the volume of our cone. So the base shape this time in a cone is going to be a circle. So to find the base area, we need our radius. If we're given diameter, like in this example, let's cut that in half to find the radius. So the radius is 9. Let's square the radius and multiply by pi to get the area of the circle. So the area of the circle is 81 pi. Let's multiply it by the height of our cone, which is 20, and then divide by 3. In this case, we could simplify and do 81 divided by 3 first, and that's 27, and then do 27 times 20. Or you could do 81 times 20 and then divide by 3. Either way, though, you get 540 pi cubic yards. And if we want to approximate that using the decimal form of pi, do 540 times pi and use the pi button on your calculator. And you should get approximately 1,696.5 cubic yards. So to use the formula is pretty straightforward. Base area times height, and then divide by 3. But the reason why that formula exists or why it's true is a lot more complicated. And feel free to investigate that on your own.